Take relaxation to the next level, beyond the basics, beyond the mat. Explore the art of rest, meditation, and deep inner wisdom. Exclusive Nidra and Yin classes to transform your practice on and off the mat. Become a channel member today and experience relaxation at a deeper level. Hello everyone, and welcome to this series of Yin Yoga inspired by nature. For each routine, we'll take a different element of nature and let it inspire the poses and the practice that we do. For this video, we are taking inspiration from the mountain. The mountain is always still, so it's perfect for Yin Yoga to help encourage us to still our bodies and still our minds as well. So as we go through these poses, we will emphasize stillness. You might need a yoga block or a cushion for this routine. We will practice saddle pose, and you might like to sit up on the cushion or yoga block for that pose. So we'll get started today just sitting on the mat. Sit whatever way is most comfortable for you. And if you feel relaxed, you can close your eyes. Take a moment to lengthen through your spine. Drop your shoulders. Relax your jaw. And feel perhaps your seat bones or whatever part of your body is on the ground, just gently pressing into the mat below you, grounding you down to the earth. And then encourage the crown of your head towards the sky, so maybe you can lengthen through your spine a little bit more. You're already in this mountain shape with your head being the peak of the mountain. And as your body is grounding down, just notice how strong it feels, how supported it is by the earth. You don't have to change anything. Just observe your breath coming in and out. With time, you might make your breath a little bit longer and deeper, either by feeling or visualizing your breath going all the way down to your belly. And as I mentioned already, the mountain is always still, regardless of what weather or storms is happening around it. It's never bothered by that. So even though there might be drama and disruption swirling all around you, try not to let it in. Your mind will naturally start to present lots of thoughts to you. But if you notice it happening, just try to focus on your breath again, or focus on the sensations you feel in your body. The mountain has no control over what happens below it or around it. All it can do is observe. And just take a few more breaths here, trying your best to only focus on your breath or on your body. When you're ready, you can slowly open up your eyes again. And we'll make our way into our first pose, which is child's pose. So you're going to start off as a little hill rather than a big mountain. You can come into whichever version you prefer. If you keep your knees close together, you'll target your spine. And if you take your knees wider apart, you'll target your hips. And then your forehead can come to rest on the mat or perhaps onto your hands if it needs a little bit more support. And if you're not using your hands, you can let them rest beside your feet with the palms facing up. We'll spend 3 minutes here in child's pose. So find your appropriate version of the pose. And as long as you don't feel any pain, commit to staying still here. Just like a mountain, it's as though you don't even have the ability to move. You're just completely grounded to the earth. As thoughts start to swirl around your mind, come back to your breath, back to your body. Take about 3 more breaths here, just like you're breathing in lots of fresh mountain air. You can make your way back up into a seat on your mat. Finding again whatever seated pose feels best for you. Maybe closing your eyes and just pausing here for a moment. Feeling the effects of child's pose. Feel yourself grounded to the earth, almost as though you're tethered to it. And at the same time, reach the crown of your head towards the sky, growing that tiny bit taller. You can open up your eyes again. The next pose that we'll practice is an easy pose fold. So you can sit up on a yoga block or a cushion here to make the pose a little bit more accessible if needed. Otherwise, you're sitting cross-legged on the mat, and this time we'll have the left foot in front. Again, feel your seat bones pressing down to the ground. Rotate your pelvis forward, and then walk your hands away from you. Just coming to that first point of resistance, that place where you naturally stop, and then drop your head towards the ground. So you'll start to feel some sensation within your left glute, maybe within your back and your spine as well. And if your body invites you to go a little bit deeper throughout this pose, you can walk your hands further away and drop your nose that little bit lower. And we'll stay here for 3 minutes. So we're still like a little rolling hill. Maybe we're growing into a taller mountain now. Everything is still and calm. The only exception to stillness is if you want to go deeper, or if you're feeling any pain in the pose, then of course you can move. Avoid getting caught up in any storms or any drama by focusing on your breath. And it's very normal for your mind to drift away, so don't worry if it does. Just come back to your breath as soon as you notice that you have left. Now you can push yourself away from the ground, slowly coming back to that straight spine. And when you're there, we'll switch our feet. So now the opposite foot is in front. And then you can come back down into your easy pose fold when you're ready. Just going to that first edge, we're starting from the very beginning again. And we'll be here for 3 minutes. Now you can push yourself away from the ground again. You can sit whatever way is most comfortable. That might be staying in this cross legs. And then we'll just rest for a moment. Invoking that mountain posture again. And feeling the effects of the pose. And just letting the essence of the pose swirl all around you. We'll release the pose with some windshield wipers, so you can lean back on your hands, have your feet about mat with distance apart, and slowly drop your knees from side to side. And if it feels good to pause at any point, feel free to do that. And then we'll come into our next pose, which is shoelace pose. So again, here you can sit on a yoga block or a cushion. And we'll begin by bringing the right foot to the outside of the left hip. You can stay here in half shoelace, or if your hips are feeling a little bit more open, you can bend your left knee as well, so your left knee is beside your right hip. Make sure you're not sitting on your feet here, and you can feel your seat bones pressing down. Now this to me is the ultimate mountain shape. We've created this triangle with the body. So feel free to wiggle and adjust and fidget, but then once you have found the appropriate version of this pose, try your best to settle into the stillness of it. Again, imagining the crown of your head reaching towards the sky. You can bring stillness to your body and your mind by focusing on your breath. Your breath is the key to stillness. And we'll stay here like this in shoelace for 3 minutes. depending on where you are in the world. If you are on a mountain, sometimes you might see some beautiful birds like an eagle. So let's incorporate eagle arms into this pose. So you can reach your left arm out in front, bring your right hand or arm rather underneath it. Either come to hold opposite shoulders or take a twist into your arms so your palms are facing each other. And wherever you are, start to gently lift the elbows up as you drop your chin down. Feeling the sensation around your upper back and your shoulders. Breathe deeply into whichever part of your body is asking for your breath the most. And take about 3 more breaths here, grounding down while also rising up. And now you can unravel your arms, stretch through your shoulders for a moment. And when you're ready, you can undo your legs, slowly straightening them out again. And here you might just take some time in stillness with your legs straight, or you might be craving to shake them and circle your ankles. Or you might like to do some windshield wipers again. And we'll repeat shoelace on the opposite side now. So this time you can bend your left knee, bringing your left foot to the outside of your right hip, staying here, or bending your right leg as well. Finding that position where you can be still and then settling into it. And it's natural to want to fidget at first. Allow yourself to do that and then commit to stillness. And we'll be here for 3 minutes. It's time to incorporate eagle arms if you wish to, so you can reach your right arm out in front, bring the left arm underneath, either hold your shoulders or find that twist. Then lift your elbows as you slowly tuck your chin towards the chest. Now you can unravel your arms and slowly undo your legs. And again here, do whatever you need to do to release the pose. And when you're ready, you can make your way back to a seat on the mat. And this time we'll practice saddle pose. So you're welcome to sit on a cushion or a yoga block for this one. But if you don't need any prop, you are sitting in between your feet. Of course, being super mindful here of the knees, making sure there's no pain. And if there is, then please do sit on a yoga block or a cushion, or you can do this pose with one leg straight at a time. But wherever you are, as always, fidget and adjust, and then try to find your stillness. We'll stay here for 2 minutes. Perhaps feeling that sensation within your quad muscles or around your hips. Also providing a nice stretch for your ankles here. Connect to your breath while also focusing on the sensations of your body. For the last few moments of this practice, just remember that you are like a mountain. You are grounded to the earth. You are also reaching towards the sky. You are still and calm. And you know that you don't have to get involved in any drama that's swirling around you. You can learn to be the still and quiet observer of it all. Let's take 3 more breaths like this. And as you're ready, you can start to slowly come out of the pose. This might take a few moments. But when you are there, you can do some windshield wipers. And we'll spend the last 3 minutes of the practice in corpse pose. So you can come on down to lie on your mat, taking up as much space as you need. This is where your body will absorb all the benefits of the poses that you practiced. It also creates muscle memory, and in this case, it forms those pathways to stillness. So by practicing corpse pose, the next time that you do yoga, stillness might just come that little bit quicker to you. So just stay here, waiting for my cue to tell you that the time has passed, trying your best to stay still. Now you can bring a little bit of movement back into your body. And when you're ready, roll over onto your right side. Staying there for a breath or two. And when you're ready, you can lift yourself slowly back up into a seat on the mat. So remember, there are more videos in this series that are inspired by different elements of nature. So make sure to check out that playlist. If you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if you could leave it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. I would love to practice with you again in the future. Until then, take good care of yourself and goodbye.